Good evening. We are about to start in a minute. Let me know if you can hear me out there. Let me know that you care. Amen. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the comments. I wanted to restart this back because the first 12 minutes, of part one was not I didn't have the sound up. The mic technically was out. I didn't have the mic hooked up when I transferred it back. Let me know that you guys can hear me right now. Tap in the comments section. Uh, okay, let me give me 1 second, you guys. Oh yeah. Just tap in, brother Mitchell. Tap in. I'm about. You guys can hear me now. Okay, hold on. There we go. 1 second. So here we are together again. I'm doing this as the second part. You can hear me now. Great. Are you here? I can hear you. You can hear me now. Great. This is our second part to our the first part of why loudmouth women is not as good wives, and a lot of us don't understand. Well, one, I want to make sure we're clear. This is to no lady in particular. Uh, this is not a bash session on women. This is something for um, understanding. The Bible says, "In all our getting, get understanding." The first principle is wisdom, and where the goal is to make better relationships, making better relationships, making better marriages, making better family. You may be say, "I'm not married, I'm single, or I'm dating, whatever." But if you want to have a man in your life, if you are a young single lady, single means not married over here. Single means not married over here. You can have a long-term boyfriend, you can have kids by him, but if you're not married, you're ultimately single. And that being said, if you are single to get married, you need to listen up. To stay married, you definitely need to listen up. Some people go by the motions, and we have lazy men too that just don't fine tune a relationship because that means them getting off the couch or their butt and do some probing and bettering themselves, or going to the gym, or losing weight, or taking vitamins, trying to work out. Now, I haven't my gym membership. I haven't been there in 2 months, three months, but I work out every other day here at my house. I just been too lazy to get there, but I still have my dumbbells, my jump rope. I went to the doctor for my birthday earlier this month and around Labor Day. My blood pressure is good. I have muscle weight. I weigh myself 260, 6'1", and for things. But getting back to our topic on why loudmouth women don't make good wives. I was saying in the first part where people could not hear me on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. You can go back and see part one. Part one, up until the first 13 minutes, you probably not going to hear. After the first 13 minutes, you can start hearing because I plug it in the mic. Shout out to my brother Alan. But at the same time, women think it's sexy to kind of, pop their neck and move and tell you how they feel and things like that. The man, we probably say, okay, you ain't the one I'm gonna choose. But here's the thing where the delusion come in, where a lot of ladies that are loudmouth. If you're not loudmouth, this is not for you. If you're a loudmouth, this is for you. If you ain't for me, there's someone for me. You just not for me. It ain't not just for me. Anyone can be for anyone. I tell my wife that anytime. Anyone can be for anyone. You just need to conform and comply. If you don't comply, goodbye. But a lot of people don't understand that you can work with practically anyone, I believe, and you can get with some person. But the Bible says, I had the scripture. Jesus. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verses 19, it says, it's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious woman, an angry woman. Proverbs 12:4 says, an excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who brings shame is like rotten in his bones. Proverbs 21:9 says, it is better to live in a corner of the roof of a home than in a home with a cornsive woman, an argumentative woman. That's Proverbs 21:9. Excuse me. Proverbs 21:9. It's better to live in the corner of a housetop than share it with a contentious woman. 14. Right there. The main goal is a lot of ladies lately, and maybe because it's a feminist movement, maybe because a woman is running for president right now. We don't have no problem as men with great women, positive women, intelligent women, smart women. We adore that. I shout out to my wife. She's smart and she's intelligent, but she know who is king. And this is not no show, but it's a feminist thing. But at the same time, it's a God thing, as I like to say it. Women follow, men lead. Now, every man is not a leader right then and there, but he should be taught by his father or a man that is in his life to let him know how to lead, how to be a man, how to function and things like that. But when you are acting sassy, when you're popping your neck, when you are trying to think that you're on the level of your man, you're not. And when if you're going to argue that point, he don't need to be with you. A lot of people don't want to see that as um, they don't want to. They see that as negative versus as positive. And so I tell ladies, you may win the battle, but you're losing the war. Um, you're losing the war on things in a relationship. A man only going to put you in two categories: fun category or wifey category. You don't get both categories. Some may say, "Oh, I get both categories." Yeah, because he learns to tolerate you and he don't want to start nothing. And I would say to you men out there that is watching, that is listening, if you guys tolerate this stuff, understand no other man is not gonna tolerate disrespect or loudmouth with your woman. You're gonna be in a lot of altercations and fights because of her if she cannot control her mouth. That don't make a good wife, because she may be good to you and you can tolerate it. That don't mean she's good to other men. And if you don't have control of that to let her know what time it is, then you're going to reap the repercussions of that. They may not get on your woman, but they will get on you because of that. And so you need to understand that. And so we don't just have to accept that because you accept it. And so, ladies, if you want to be the woman that is a man's piece or a wife, you want to be the one that be chosen or proposed to, you need to you should be looking at you should be looking at this in a respectful way. Okay. You should be looking at this in a respectful way because uh men, we don't deal with that. I wanted to read Isaiah 4:1. Isaiah 4:1 I brought up earlier before I don't know if you guys understood heard that before I got off. You could type if you did. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day there are 7 women that's be taken to one man. We will eat our. They will say, we are eat our own food, wear our own apparel. Only let us carry your name, and to take away our shame or our reproach. Women out here looking to be married. They looking to be wives. Most women want to be married, but most women are not married. Most women are either long-term girlfriend at best, baby mama, or they just a girlfriend or fun girl. But when you get the title wife, you have ultimate. And there's a lot of guys that married a lot of women that shouldn't be married. Those women shouldn't be married. Some of those women are what I call 304s. Look, write 304 and turn it upside down. You'll know what I'm talking about. And so either they're 304s, they're loud, obnoxious, they got baited in by their man, they got fussed at. And it's not about that. It's about coming together, having harmony, having a family, having children, developing your family. This is what a man wants. A man will give up his happiness for his family, but a woman will break up her family for her happiness. Let me say that again. A woman will break up her happiness, break up her family for her happiness. She will break up her family for her happiness, but a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family. Men, we sacrifice for our family. Women don't sacrifice. If they don't get what they want, they'll leave. They have in their mind that they have the right to change their mind at every given time. We don't do that. That's bait and switch. That's why the world's upside down. Things are considered right is wrong, wrong is right, right is wrong. And so we have a lot of going on today. Shout out to my brother. What's going on, man? This is part 2 of my part 1. I went live on our couples page. You can look at part 1 or our YouTube page because the mute was out. And my title was why loud mouth women do not make good wives. Why loud mouth women do not make good wives. It's the reason why they cause more trouble than a little. And some men, we we coddle that, but at the same time, when a man, like if my wife was loudmouth and she go out and deal with guys on the street or work and things like that, and she loudmouth with them, then she can get me in trouble with them, by, hey, your woman, because even though I make them deal with it, they don't deal with it. And men, we're men. Who are you to talk to us as a woman like that as a man? Because when you talk to a man like that, loud, obnoxious things, then you're going to be treated as a man. You cannot call foul as a woman. And ladies, if you want to be treated as a lady, you have to act like a lady. True, as they would say, if you're a real man, you will do this. If you're a real woman, you will be quiet. If you're a real woman, you will speak with modesty. You will have a meek spirit. You will not be obnoxious. I just read the scripture from Proverbs 21. It's better than a man being on a rooftop to be in a house with a quarrelsome woman. It's better for him to be in the wilderness to be than a contentious woman. And so we need to know and understand this. Now, granted, like I said, to repeat for the ones that's coming on, watching on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, hey, this is not to you personally. If you're not a loud woman, this is not to you. If you don't cause trouble, this is not to you. But we have a lot of loud women out there, and you're not making good wives. Matter of fact, like I said before, I'm gonna use the dog analogy again for the ones that didn't hear the first time. The dog analogy is this: when a human being or a body is in the house, and I didn't know this at first, when a human body is in the house and is deceased, if a cat is left in the house, they will eat on the body because they are hungry. They don't have nothing, they will eat on the body. But the dog, he would sit there and starve to death and die. He would rather just be around and don't do nothing, just look around and this and that and that and this. But I use that analogy that women, when they're not happy, they will break up their families and leave. But when men, if we get tired, we just tune you out. We'll be like the dog. We'll tune you out. We'll stay. We're not going to break up our family in a sense because we don't want nobody else coming in our home over our children and things like that. But we will curve you and be able to we will not even hear you. We may come home late. We may stay at the bar. We may go over to the homie's house. We may we talk to you here and there because we have to see you in passing. We sleep in the same bed or whatever. But men is not, they just going to lay there like a dog. We're not gonna feast, off you. We're gonna curve you silently. And so, women, if you don't want that, you need to know how to just not only bring down the tone of your voice, because only I believe, in the controversial take, only one voice should be loud in the house, and that is your husband's. Outside of God, that he should be loud one. He should be the one that barks. He's the lion of the house. If you feel your husband is you the same as him, then you messed up to me, because my wife already knowing, this is no secret. My woman is not my equal. I'm not, my kids is not equal to me. My wife is not equal to me. We're equal in spirit, meaning God loves us the same because we're body, soul, spirit. But in our function as men and women, husband and wife, things, we're not equal. Intelligence, smarter, finance, work, skill, things like that. There are good women that could do a lot of things. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you look on every professional stage level, a man is at the top level. And that's where we should be, in a sense. Not that we're your master, not that you are a slave, not that nothing like that. But at the same time, understanding our roles. We have a role. We lead, you follow. You assist us. We love you. We protect you. We provide for you. You support us. You submit to us. It's like I'm Kobe. You are Derek Fisher. Box out, rebound, pass me the ball. You still get a part of the championship, but I'm the leader of the team and things like that. We don't forget the people that's part of the team that contribute to the team. Our family and our house is a team. But when you think that it's just me too and things like that. I just had my friend, shout out to Zell, it's 50-50. Nothing is 50-50. The courts don't even do 50-50. They take 75% most of the men's stuff and give it part to you, and they keep part as a handler exchange. They make money with broken household, and so we need to understand that, and ladies need to understand that more. When you don't get your way and you think the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, you are losing something, because your shelf life is not greater than a guy's. When a guy is single and separated, people say, well, somebody took a chance on him, he could take care of his kids, and he works and things like that, and a woman can deal with that. But a man is not going to deal with you with kids. He's not going to deal with you when you used to be with another man and had this and stuff. We not going to deal like that, because we gauge things off of that, us as men. And when you are loud or obnoxious, I see why he left. See why he don't deal with you. I see why he's just, she do what she do. And I don't like men like that. I call them simps. I call them chumps. She just do what she do. She just do what she do, and I just let she her own person. No, you don't have control of your household. Then you want to come and control that. I am the protector, provider, prayer chaplain. She is my helpmeet, but she is my partner. We work together, but we have roles in a household, and it is as God ordained it. Yeah. Yes. I don't like to use the word partner, but to each his own, and things like that. Partner means that we have an equal stake. I don't believe my wife have an equal stake with me. I believe men build and the women move in. When I first got married, I had my house and things like that. My wife moved in with me. She contributed things and made it a little bit nicer and stuff like that. And as time, you contribute things like that. But I always tell men, maintain a level of leverage. You need to have the house. Now, she can, it's her house because she's with you associated, but it's your house. It's your house. Or you buy her the car, you gave her the car, she's her car, but you want to have a level of leverage, because any little thing like, look, you can go back to what you were doing. And I tell ladies, the older you become, you're like a car. And I like using analogies, but I want them to understand how we think. You're like a vehicle. Say you're a Mercedes Benz that was $100,000. 3 years off the lot, you're down to $70,000. 5 years off the lot, you're down to $60,000. You're going, but your value is still maintained because you have a husband. As you get older, your value go down. If you meet a husband, your value goes like this. He takes it back up because you are associated with it. Your value is associated with your husband. When you become 18, women have value up here because they're young, they're beautiful, they're fertile. Men, we have value down here because we don't have nothing to show for. As we get older, we make our value. As they get older, their value decrease. The thing is you have to cash in that before you run out of chips at the casino. And so how they do that is they meet the man going up, and he takes her going up like that. And so yes, yeah, on the head. Right on. And so that being said, I let ladies know that your value now is associated with your husband. When they think of you, they think of you as Mrs. Such and such, not just such and such, because they're not going to really have to deal with you. They're going to have to deal with what's behind you, which is your man, your husband. And so I said, ladies, if you have that man, if another man meets your man and they see how you are, they're going to know how he is. Because if they know that you're loud and obnoxious, they're going to know he's quiet or docile and things like that. And that's why I put on the post this morning, loudmouth women don't make good wives, have a meek spirit. Men love modest women, meek women. That don't mean she should just shut up, she's a doormat. That don't mean none of that. That means that, hey, when we behind closed, you share your opinion with me. If I'm talking to another man, you don't intervene in our conversations. Know how things go. Your dad should be teaching you that with your mom. And then when you get with your man, he takes over from that. But women are not taught that because they don't have a dad in the household, or their dad wasn't around, or their mom ran the dad away, or their dad ran away and don't know that too as well. And we should understand that. And so you have to realize, why is the problem. I'm gonna do a topic again on getting the second part, because as the vice president says, believe all women, which I never do that. But at the same time, it's the other side of the story, and we should know and understand that. And so again, this is not to put down women or nothing by any means, but I let women know that it's more than you out here. than quality men out here. And if you want a quality man, just like you have standards, he has standards. And we hold the keys to relationship and marriage. You may hold the keys to childbirth and sex, but to get what you want, because men, we really don't care about marriage. We can play the field and stuff all day. But if you want marriage and you want a guy to commit to you, you need to be what he wants out of a woman. And one of the things most men want, I'm not saying all men, most men, majority men, want a modest, meek, mild lady. That don't mean she can't speak her mind. That mean she can't say nothing. But when her man talks, she listens. When other men talk, she's not saying she's their feel that she's their equal. This is how things mess up. This is how men get put in the ground, as my daddy used to say back in the day, because of other women, loud mouth, and then their man had to cape up for them because their woman got them in trouble. Men don't be with women like that. Don't affiliate with women like that. And I definitely don't hang, talk with, or associate with men that they cannot control their woman. And we shouldn't even be controlled, but only in the black race, in my opinion, and with backed by statistics, that black women are loud and obnoxious. That's maybe because they married at 28%. Least married, last to get married, first to get divorced, which is sad. We should be, but 80% of the children out of the black community is born out of wedlock. 75 to 80% of the children is born out of wedlock. And that's sad. That's sad. And part of it is because you as a lady did not show the man that you are obtained to keep him as valuable. When a man sees something that's rare, he'll lock that down. Case in point, I met my wife out here. I'm used to LA ratchet chicks. I'm from Compton, raised up in East LA. And to me, San Bernardino County man. But at the same time, when I first moved out, my wife was younger. Of course, she was early 20s. She had her father alive. And I'm like, man, she had been with nobody. And let me lock this down. And especially me, I just gotten to church for maybe a couple of years prior to meeting her. Got back in. I said, Lord, if I'm gonna be in the church, I can't be slaying like I used to do when I was in my sinning days. So I need a woman, but my mom needed some help. I came out here, and lo and behold, the first week I ran into Sister Jennifer. Bam. Things like that. She was modest. She was quiet, things like that. She was more shy. She was younger. I was 28, turning 29. She was 23, things like that. By 23 today, these girls got like high body counts. They got like 20, 30 body counts. They in college, hot girl summers, some of them single baby mamas and things like that. And I tell ladies, the more partners you have, you lose value. Kids, not married, lose value. Loud and obnoxious, definitely lose value. These are the things you need to understand, that a man wants to have a woman and wants to have a family. But when you are obnoxious, when you feel you can't be told anything, when you believe you cannot listen to a man other than your daddy, then you have a problem. And that problem is going to set you back with nothing but cats. And guys is going to look at you with fun. And that's it. I just read Isaiah 4:1 stating, and in that day, 7 women going to be hold to one man. And they're going to say, we could eat our own food and have our own clothes. And but let us be called by your name and take away our shame. Well, that's going on right now because the quality of man is low. And so forth. We got guys out here too, but we got guys playing the field. We got down low guys. We got guys in prison, but the quality guys, they're getting snatched up. How are you going to distinct yourself from that guy? How you do it is not by, I got a job. I can make my own money. I'm independent. I got an education and degree. Only to me in the black and brown community, we say that. And when we say that, you're judging yourself like a man would judge himself. We don't care about your money and education unless you are spending it on us or you are part of us as our woman, and that's just you're part of our family now. Other than that, other than that, we don't care about that, because we don't look at the commodity to judge you off of by your education and by your money. We judge by your looks, your modesty. Are you cooperative? You may judge us, we 6 foot tall, we may have a good job, we're a good money maker, but we don't judge you on the same thing you judge us. That's the difference, part of the difference of us being different for one another. And so I say this to say, if you are already married with your man and you wondering why you can't get a lot out of him, it's maybe because you're loud. It's maybe because you're obnoxious. It's maybe because he don't want to deal with you because it will cause an argument and you will berate him. Remember, most women are have more words and talkative and more cunning with the mouth than us men. We are like one-liners or things like that. I'm more of a talker and things like that, but that's a rarity. Most guys are not talkers like that. But that being said, overall, the enemy is trying to destroy families and been successful at doing that for many reasons. So I say to you, ladies, if you are the so-called glue, and I'm talking to black women, in the family or the relationship, you need to be cohesive with the bond that you're trying to bond to. And men, we don't want that. And I will say, men, to you, if you tolerate this and you just living in silence, you robbing your own self. You're robbing your family, you're robbing your own self, and you need to straighten that out. I always tell people, great relationships, great marriages have tough conversations. If you big body, did you say big body counts? What big body count? What would big body? What did that mean? I didn't understand that. Big body counts. What do big body counts mean? But great relationships have hard conversations, and so we need to know that tough conversations is like, hey, honey, if I'm in a hospital, I'm brain dead or whatever, pull me off the life support or whatever the case may be. I don't care what my family say. That's it. Or if, whenever I die, I want to be cremated instead of buried, or, take my stuff and sell it or whatever case may be, and things like that. College. Big body count. Oh, big body count. College. Yes. Look, I tell ladies, and I'm gonna do one a double stand. Are you still there, brother Allen? I'm looking on what's her name? Ladies don't understand. In life, there is a double standard. There is a double standard. Hold on. There's a double standard. Oh. There's a double standard in life. There's a double standard in life. A man can rack up bodies with different women and he will be seen as a playboy. He will be seen as a top dog and things like that. It don't seem, it don't make it right morally or ethically or things like that. But he's amongst other men, his peers, he's the man. A woman that got many bodies and things like that, or been with more than few sexual partners, she's considered less than, because women protect modesty. In Islam, in Christianity, in Judaism, the Bible teaches about women modesty and women virginity and things like that. And certain things are double standards. Like I said before on the first part one, if you guys go back and look at part one, the first 13 minutes is, I didn't have the mic plugged in, but the last 13 minutes, the last 30 minutes was good. But double standard. My wife can come home and say, Maurice, I don't want to work no more. I quit my job, blah, blah, blah. I just want you to, take care of everything and the bills, not take care of the home and the kids. All right, no problem. But let me come home and say, hey, I want you to take all the bills and I'm not going to do nothing and things like that. Negro, please, get out of here. Nothing like that. Life, things are double standards. Women can get in free in clubs. They can get meals paid for, taken out on dates. Don't have to pay for dinner and things like that. Let us let us pay for get in clubs free or take out dinners and things like that. That don't happen. Maybe on exception to the rule, your wife, something like that, may treat you for your birthday, or how I had my wife treat me for my birthday. I'm shocked. It was happy hour at Cheesecake Factory. However she treated me, but that don't compare to Maestro's that I sent her with $300 bill and $400 bill and things like that. And so that's double standard. Is it fair? Is it right? And I tell my wife knows certain things about me. Life ain't fair. Deal with it. It ain't fair. It is what it is. I want, and so certain things are like that. And so I tell ladies, watch who you with. Men, watch where you drop your seed into the woman. You may drop your seed in a hood ghetto woman, and they don't hood ghetto woman don't look just ugly. They have beautiful faces. They have loud mouths. They do ratchet things. You see desperate house whores of Atlanta. You see basketball whores, wives, what they call them. Those women, those are loud, obnoxious women. Beautiful black women, but loud and obnoxious and have an ugly spirit within inside them. That's why I put at the bottom of my post, have a meek spirit, have a humble spirit, have a warm and soothing spirit that the man will like lay with you and like, man, the Bible says, I read in Proverbs 2 when I first started, Proverbs 31 and Proverbs 31 and 23. It says, I'm sorry, Proverbs 31 and 11 says, the heart of her husband safely trusts in her, so he will have no lack of gain. So that's verse 11. If your husband safely trusts in you, it's because he know who you are. He studied you, he married you, he made you his woman. And then in verse 23, it says, her husband is known in the gates when he sit with amongst the elders of the land. Only men that have his house in order and have his woman in line can sit with other men and be respected and things like that. You may not like the words that I use in line or coached or groom and things like that, but it means the same thing if you want to put it up and doctor it in a sweet way. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We need to understand that. And so I pray that you guys understand. Now, a lot of men may watch these videos that I'm putting on. Women may be turned off and say, he's just chauvinist. He misogynist. What they don't even know what misogynist mean, or none of those words mean. They just use it as punchlines and talking points. But I love women as well as men. I love family. I love marriage. And family comes from marriage. Even though we have other people that say they got a family, but they got a broken home. If you don't have both parents in the home at the very least, and hopefully they're married, that's not a complete family. That's a broken home. Not to talk about anybody, but that's what it is. I had both of my parents in there. They was both married, had us in, they was there until I got older. But to me, that was a dysfunctional family. And I talk about them not to talk about them. I talk about them as an example to show what not to be versus what to be. And thanks be to God, me being around godly men, that I learned how to set things in order. And then I have my own personality too, gauge with my personality and things. But men, get around other men. Watch who you get with. Watch where you drop your seed. Make sure you have leverage. And leverage, I mean, make sure you have your money together. You're not going to make all the money, but have enough to take care of yourself and another person, even if they're not in your life yet. Make sure you have enough space in your place to have someone to live for you. Let her come in, because when she come in, she knows, like, look, you are my woman. You're a guest here. This could be a part of your home, and that's it. Now, a lot of people don't like this, what I just now said. However, it is what it is. You come in, I built, You come in, you help assist and maintain. That's how it is. I don't like building together, so-called what some people say, building together with women, because they feel they have the same carte blanche in say like me. No, you don't have a say. My wife been with her 16 years, been married 15 years with her. She don't have the same say as me. I listen to what you got to say. You got my ear, but I make the final determination. Why? Because Adam hearkened to the voice of his wife. And if it's going to go down in flames, it's going to go down in flames because of me, not me listen to you. Okay. And then I don't want to blame God and say the woman you gave me, because God didn't give him Eve. God presented Eve in front of Adam. Adam had to choose. And I tell women this, and I wanted to write this down too as well. I'm going on my rant right now. Look, ladies, stop saying what God has for me, he has for me. That's a bunch of crock. Just like the church has lied to women, and that's why we got women filled in the church, single, not married, have children though, and baby mamas, beautiful, have an education, but no husband. That's a conspiracy. Why? It's because of your mouth. It's because you say I'm independent. I don't need no man. I can do it by myself. When you say that, then you're going to be by yourself. Sex only category, sorry, but you're going to do that. And so we need to know and understand this, and how you to better this is not to do what you do, because what you're doing is not working. So ladies, if you want the man, if you want the husband you want, here, I just got a message right now. It says, a sister says on my post, I'm loud. I think the trick and the elegance is knowing when to speak and when to be quiet. Now, I know this person is not married. And so I just look at, are you married? Do you have what's the name? And to me, I did a post. If you're over 35 and not married, that's a problem. To me. Yeah, I know I'm a pastor. I know I'm a preacher. I'm speaking as Maurice, but I know it's still that pastor is still tight on you. Okay, great. I'm not hiding from that. But if you're not married over 35, it's not a problem with the men that you was with. It's a problem with you, because you are the common denominator in all of this. That's another take. That's another take. Are you with me? Are you with me, Brother Anthony? Man, I know you probably. Oh. Okay, here's another one. A sister says, false. I am proof of that opposite. My husband, such and such, I won't bleep the name out, can account to this, and I was as a know-it-all, controlling you, gon' hear my opinion, my way or the highway type of female. When we first got married 10 years ago, but look at God. He has been doing a mighty work, preparing my heart to be the receptive in me. That's what I said. If you be me, great. But again, I tell women, it's only so much a man can take. He may have a stronger tolerance with that, but to me, a lot of docile men stay. To me, me personally, I would have probably kicked her out. Personally, I'm not saying the woman who wrote this, but I probably would have kicked her out of my house. That's what having a leverage means. If you don't comply with me, goodbye. And I don't want you don't have to pay for nothing in here. I'm paying stuff here because when I want you to go, you go. You can work and keep your money or whatever. I want you to do, I want you to be the mother of my kids. I want you to make me dinner. I want you to give me loving. I want you to be there to help assist me, because that's what women is. And this is a controversial take, what I'm about to make right now. Look, God didn't make women for your education or your career or things like that. Yeah, you can be smart. Yeah, you can read books. Yeah, you can educate yourself. No problem. But God did not make you for that. He made you for a helpmeet, for man. He said, it's fitting that man should not be alone. Let us make a help meet for him. And whatever he do, his purpose, you assist him in that. And anything additional comes after that. It ain't about your education and you traveling the world or nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that. It's about you being a wife to your husband, you being a mother to your children, you taking care of your home. The Bible says the older women teach the younger women to love your husbands and take care of your household and your children. Not go and fly here, not go to Dubai, not getting 20 doctrine master's bachelor degree. The Bible didn't say that. It says be the husband to your wife. Submit to his leadership as unto the Lord. Love and take care of your children. Be the mother of your children. It didn't say be a boss chick, be a boss lady, or nothing like that. It said be a wife. That's it. Most of you don't even know how to be a woman unless a wife these days. I don't know, I'm going on a rant. But I'm saying this to say we need to go back to basics. Men, we need to be men. Work, take care of your business, save your money, get a place. You like a woman, vet her. If she's cool, take her around other men or brothers that you know that's married and things like that. And whatever, if your father or not like around, marry her. Then drop your seed in her and then go from there. Let her know this is how things go. This is how I like things go. What do you like? Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. No, I can't work with that. I can work with this. This is how you do this. And then we can roll in harmony together. But no, men is not a lot of us men don't do that because we haven't been raised differently. And some of us didn't have fathers in our lives. Some of them I blame the fathers, and some of them I can understand the fathers for their reasons, which is unknown, running away. I didn't want you. Some fathers want to be with their children, but they just don't want to be with the mother because the mother is obnoxious. And so, lady, if you want to have a family, because the more you get with different men, the less quality of men you get. The more children you have by different men, the less quality men you get. And like I read this sister post right here. And I say to her out there, she know who she is. I wrote this in my couples group. She wrote in our couples group. Yes, you was loud and obnoxious at charge, but I bet you your husband wasn't who he was now, because if he was, he wouldn't have tolerated that. He would probably left you. Number two, you said that God has worked on you and through you, and now you become meek and mellow. That's good for you. That's a benefit for him now. I'm just applauding him for the patience for the transformation for you, because a lot of guys would not, deal with that. And like I said on my thing, loud and obnoxious. When I replied to that, hopefully she see this, but loud and obnoxious. I do believe some women over 35, some instance may not have been lucky on love. Okay, let me go on that one. That is true. Here's the thing. They mama should have showed them how to be with their daddy, but most of them probably didn't have a daddy in the house, and their mama couldn't show them because she couldn't be something what she telling her daughter to be or not to be or whatever. That being said, we have more women than men in this country. And number two is I tell women, especially black women, I want to specifically say the word black women, African Americans. I don't like to say African Americans. I like to say black women, black and brown women. If you want to be wifed up, want a man to be monogamous to you, you the only one, you're going to have to show some special. He may not be special or look charming and things like that, but if he go to work every day and bring a paycheck home and come home every night, you got a winner right there. He may not make a lot of money. He may have a warehouse job or a security job, but you got a man that cares about you, come home and work. The higher you go in man and quality, the more he gonna have a variety. He gonna have a big appetite. You want a guy that's 6 foot something, making $100,000 plus, want to be just loyal to you? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. But back to what I was saying. Yes, Some women over 35 had unlucky with love. Here's the thing. Part of their mouth probably got them in trouble too from the husband that they should have had in college or in their 20s versus than what they had. Because look, the thing is, the older a woman gets, the more set in the ways she is. It's like concrete. You can pour. My father used to work concrete, so I had to learn to work concrete, do driveways with my father. And so, in when you pour in concrete in the heat, they got different types of concrete you could pour in the winter, in the cold, in the heat, and things like that. Good soupy concrete, so you can form it real good. You have your forms. You lay things down, you brush it and stuff like that. You throw your dust and things like that when you form it. But a woman is like a concrete. As she gets older in life, she gets more set in her ways. I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm not tolerate that. I want a man like this. I dealt with guys like that. But by the time you get to me, after I'm like the 50th guy, I'm dealing with all those guys that was in your life. So you got your guard up. You ain't taking nothing. You speaking your mind, shaking your head, and doing all this stuff. No, sir. No. We ain't do. I didn't sign up for this. You need some therapy. You need some counseling. You need some spiritual advising. That's what you need. And so if you ain't get that, you ain't ready forget me. You ain't ready for nobody else. And that's the thing. A lot of women have gone through that. A lot of women have toughened their daughters up and say, you don't need no man, get your education, get your job. And what they do is coddle their sons. Baby, what you need. And that's why Negroes like Baby Boy exist. Mama, where my meal at? You got my sandwich in there, mama? Mama. And things like that. And then a Vin Reams come in the house and say, Negro, you better go fix your own stuff. Your mama ain't your woman. Your mama is your mama. You're a grown man now. What are you talking about? Mama, who is this? Who is this nigga, mama? Who is this nigga? No, it ain't about that. It's about you going to get. And then the sad part about it, he got a baby mama on the other side of town over there. What's going on here? You land up on your mama. Your mama don't have a man. Your daddy not here. I'm with your mama now. And you got a woman with a kid on the other side of town. Why you not over there? This is a thing. And so I tell women, you can't raise young men. And you need to teach your daughter what you failed at to not make the same mistakes to get the man that she needs to get in her life. And so that comes by complying, ladies. Comply. Some things you're not going to like. Some things going to be said is going to be harsh. Some things is not going to be like a water pill. It's going to be like a jagged edge pill going down your throat. I love my man. He provides. He take care of me. As long as he don't beat you, he ain't beating you. He ain't jumping on you. We don't promote beating on women. We don't promote jumping on women. We don't promote stomping on women. We don't promote, cussing them out and putting them down. No, we don't do that. No, sir. No, ma'am. We don't do that. But at the same time, we promote family. We promote leadership. We promote rank and file. God, Christ, man, woman, and child. That's what we promote here. We don't do such a thing. And so this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that man is leadership. Women, if you want to be a wife, you want to be sought after, you want to be taken serious, you can't have a loud mouth. You can't have an obnoxious mouth. You can't say, I'm large and in charge. I don't need no man. I just want one for companionship. We don't do that. We want to make family. We want to make legacy. We want to make you have our last name. Men, I wouldn't deal with women. You deal with disservice to women that you don't give them your last name. Unless you play in the field, you shouldn't even have a girlfriend if you want to do that. If you're going to play the field, which I don't condone because I'm my position now in life. If you want to play that, you don't even have to have a main woman. You don't have to have no girlfriend or whatever. Just do what you're going to do. As this Coming to America, soil your royal oaks. God bless James Earl Jones. He just passed. James Earl Jones. Soil your royal oats. But if you're not going to do that, get you a woman. Get you a wife. So there's some good women out here you can wife. You can coach. You can build. You can build with. You can show her how to build and things like that. I believe that. I'm doing that. I've been with a lot of people, but at the same time, I got one wife. and I never thought I'd be married out, let's have kids. But thanks be to God that I met my wife. She was younger, and my head was in the right place, because I wasn't looking for marriage. I was looking for marriage when I got in the church, because I didn't want to be a whore in the church. I don't want to be a hypocrite in the church. I want to be a straight shooter, as real as I can be, like I was in the streets. And that being said, I wanted to be true and straight up, because I'm not a good liar. Okay. That being said, when I met my lady, I was a young minister at the time. I was already in church, saved, baptized, and I was trying to move on up, and that's what I did. And 1 year later, we got married. That's it. We ain't waste no time. Don't waste no time. Don't waste your time, man. Time is money. Don't waste your time. Time is money, and time is precious time that you can never give back unless God allow. So again, ladies, I will say to you, yeah, my brother, shout out to you, brother Anthony, New Jersey's finest. Um, um, some women don't have, I know certain sisters right now over 35 plus, and they was like, well, God haven't blessed me, and I'm in the church, I'm doing God's work and things like that. For one, you could work in a church and whatever, but the church has been disservice to us by telling women to get your education. God's going to bless you. You don't need no man right now. Yes, you do. You need to be married with children, because once you hit 30, you have reduced your eggs. Once you hit 35, high risk pregnancy. And no man, most men want family and kids if they haven't already have kids out of wedlock or whatever the case may be. And look, you're trying to travel the world and all that, and then thinking about you find love. You may marry a guy, but he may be an average guy at best. He may be a simp guy. He may be a do what you want, whatever you want type of guy, and things like that. And he may try to act different in front of other guys, but nah, that ain't happen. The minute it's my friend said this. Shout out to Myron. The minute women have to pay for their food and their drinks and things like that is the reality. They know they can't get. They have to be more humble, and a woman needs to have more humble because she thinks he has more options and things like that. And so I say that you got to do better. So that was my take right here. I know that's a lot. That's my take. Oh, I'm at 59 minutes and 35 seconds. All right. I didn't do my word of the day today. Most people get my word of the day today. Did not do a word of the day, but this is a word for you right here. Ladies, if you want to be a wife, if you want to stay married, I wouldn't be loud. I wouldn't be obnoxious. And some of the women that say I was loud or I was loud, you was, past tense. And thanks to God that your husband was patient enough to see you, because no man probably wouldn't have dealt with you. And if you are loud right now, I could just imagine who your husband is, because I don't respect men or try to deal with men that are docile in a relationship at all. And I tell men to get your rightful place. We don't have to do it in violence. We don't have to do it in cursing and shouting, because I don't believe in you shouldn't shout at a woman. You shouldn't be arguing back and forth with a woman, because when you do that, I believe then you have lessened your standards to her. You lessen yourself to her level. I believe men is higher than women. Yes, I said I believe men is higher than women. We should have more authority. We have more authority. We have more responsibilities. That don't mean that she's our slave or you're our doormat. That means that we have a greater responsibility that God put as husbands and fathers, as men, as leaders. Women can do certain things, no doubt about it, but you can't do things, man, you have a cutoff and cap. We need one another in far as productivity and things like that, but God made us to be the leaders in the forefront. If you cannot accept that, you need to stay single. Period. That being said, I don't know anybody have questions, comments, or statements. Any questions, comments, or statements? That's my rant for now. And I pray you guys, I probably go back on my couples in Christ and make a part 2, but I went on Instagram on here, but hope that you guys enjoyed this on Facebook and YouTube. And I'll probably do some more of these in the coming week instead of some of our word of the days and things like that. Hopefully you guys like this. What's up, brother? What's up, Nicholas? What's going on, man? Did you watch the stuff? Did you watch the stuff? This is part 2. Part 1 of my why loudmouth women don't make good wives. Part 1 is you have to go to minute 13 on the first part of this on the video because I had it on mute. I don't know if you could barely hear it, but you can watch part 1. This is part 2 right now. I'm just about to end this right now, and hopefully you can see this as well. We still probably going to have, I don't know if we probably going to have our Bible study tomorrow. My son's birthday tomorrow, but Bible study generally start at 6:30, but I may try to do it early or whatever the case may be. But hopefully you guys I look for it. Yeah, you'll look for it. Yeah, part 1 is right at the top. Go to the lives in the videos. You'll see part 1 is 40-something minutes. This is part 2, and from there. So I appreciate you guys. Hit the like, hit the share, subscribe. If you want to, hit the Cash App, $ Way of Life Church. Support the ministry. I'm doing a lot of things. My videos is not to bash women. My videos is not to bash women, but to tell women who they are really and who we are and our positions and how we have to work together, but how you have to follow the man's lead. I believe in family structure, God first, man, woman, a child. From there, this is my take, what I believe, maybe because a lot of women don't want to come to our church here, but this is what I am. I would say the men, bring your family, bring your children, bring your wives, bring your women here, and then you can learn as you grow because you're the leader of your family. Where you go, they should go. If you go one way and they don't go with you, then you're not the leader in that household. But if you go one way and they go and they follow you, that's it. Like I told one, if you don't come with me, then you stay over there. That's how I rock over here. Yes, Pastor said that. So again, I hope you guys appreciate it. I see the comments, look at that, and please pass the word, pass the video, share the video, like, subscribe if you can, help a boy out, and hope to talk to you guys soon. Love you. Keep things going. Peace. As my daughter will say.